Well, as you can see, I've got my wall started at least on the old hoop shed here. And I kind of did this wall, well, exactly backwards as to how most people probably would have done it. I started by putting that blackboard on top and getting that level and bolted in where I wanted it. And then I built the wall, ratchet strapped it to that blackboard, and then I actually dug a trench here and put my footer in there and strapped it to the wall. And then I backfilled it all in, screwed it together on the bottom, and screwed it up on top, took my ratchet straps out, and that's where we're at. And I did it that way, from the top down rather than from the bottom up, because I have a feeling that if I started at the bottom, I would never get those holes where I wanted them in the board. So it was just easier to start at the top, and then I know everything will kind of line up. So now my next step is to fill in that top part, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run vertical boards straight up. I'm going to set them on top of the blackboard and bolt them through the iron hoops there, right in them holes. And then I'm going to come on the back side and take another vertical board, put it back here and screw it to the vertical board that's here, to the blackboard and to the wall, to hopefully kind of hold everything together. So that's where we're at now. And then of course, when I've got that on, I'm going to go ahead and put plywood over the top of it and then a tarp, make it waterproof. But that's where we're at now, so I'm going to throw them vertical ones up, and we'll come back when they're up there. Well, I've got the majority of my wall built. I've got the uprights in and got them screwed in on the back side as well. And I got all of the extra wood cut off around the top there, so it's nice and even. And I've got my door in there. I had originally cut the hole for the door, big enough to throw the whole door in, and the frame. But when I went and picked it up, the frame had just fell apart. It was sitting on the ground all summer, and it rotted away. So I had to actually take the door off the frame, and I kind of swapped the windows around here, put them into one side, put the door on the other, and kind of made my own little frame here. But it works. It's a door, it shuts. I think it'll be alright. Now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and fill in along the top there a little bit, and I think I'm going to run sort of a little drip board in here on top, so hopefully it'll keep the rain out. So that's about all I got to do, I think, before I can start putting the plywood on the outside. And once I get the plywood on, it'll pretty much be done as far as the woodwork goes, and then I can drape a tarp over the top of it and call it good, I think. Alright, I got all the plywood on my wall, so it's pretty much done. Doesn't look pretty, it's got a few holes in it, as you can see. But they don't matter, because this whole thing's going to get covered with a tarp anyway. So all that's really left is to run some sort of a carpet or something like that across the top there, so that when I put the tarp on, it doesn't rub against it and wear a hole. And then put the tarp on, get it attached, and I suppose I got a few gaps, a few little holes to fill, but that's no big deal. And then this wall should pretty much be done. I don't think I have enough carpet left to actually do the whole top, so I'll have to find something else to run up there. But yeah, I think it worked out pretty well. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but I think it'll work.